Now, y'all, this is another international housing story I'm giving you from Queensland, Australia. They're going through the same thing that some of you are going through here in the United States. Now, this lady owns a whole lot of land, okay? And she has chosen to let a single mother with 2 kids park, her tiny home there, as well as a grandmother that's retired. Now, the government is coming in and saying, hey, you can't do that. And they're evicting them off of her land, all right? Off of her land. The government even told the grandmama that's retired, they told her, you know what? Apply for public housing. So this lady is self-sufficient. She brought her tiny home and she's paying to stay on this land, okay? But the government is saying, you need to leave, get on a waiting list for housing, and we'll pay for you. It doesn't make any sense. And like they're saying here, the laws have not caught up with the times. As I previously brought you, that Australia has a huge housing crisis along with United Kingdom, right? Just like the United States. And I know a lot of you are thinking of becoming expats and moving to other countries. Make sure you check out where you're moving to.
Where are we supposed to go?
It does make you feel very unsettled and insecure to be living this way.
We've been asking for compassion, and the answer I got was they have to go.
All these women want is a place to call home.
This is a grassroots community solution to the problem. It doesn't cost the taxpayer anything. These girls have come up with the idea themselves.
It seems like the perfect solution to the current housing crisis. 2 single mums and a pensioner living in tiny houses and a caravan on this rural property. They've been doing it successfully for 10 months. But now the local council has ordered them out, saying they have to be off this land by the end of next month.
We invested everything to be here, and an eviction, it's a lot of mental anguish, physical anguish.
Pepper and her friends are at playgroup.
Single mum Angela Smith and her 2 boys moved here last year when their rental was sold. Facing the rising cost of living, she bought this tiny home but needed a place to park it.
We've got everything we need, our lounge room, our kitchen, our bathroom and laundry, so we are entirely self-sufficient.
It's a 2-storey house on wheels. There's room for the kids to play, even a veggie patch.
We have a grey water setup that is the same one the council uses.
Now the council wants them out because it's against regulations and they're facing an uncertain future.
It is really deeply disappointing, and I question, when did council become more about law enforcement than about serving their people?
We have a housing crisis. It's a nationwide housing crisis, and I think that they have to make a crisis response to that situation.
Jacqueline Morton owns the sprawling 32-acre property in the Sunshine Coast hinterland. That's the size of around 300 house blocks. When the opportunity came up to share her space and give people a roof over their heads, she was happy to do it.
The main reason I'm passionate about it is because I was faced with the thought of being homeless many, many years ago when my kids were young.
It's not a big money spinner. The women pay very little to stay here or help out around the grounds.
They've bought themselves a home. All they need is somewhere to park, and I can offer them that.
When her friend Judy Stark needed a place to call home, Jacqueline provided a place for her caravan.
I've never had a home of my own. I've always rented. I've never been in a position to own a home.
Judy, why is it important for you to live here?
The peaceful, the rural setting, like-minded people around me. It's good to have different ages too, we can help each other in different ways. And the security of not having to move again. I've moved quite a lot in the last few years, and
It's become home.
it feels like home, yeah.
Judy says someone from council even suggested she apply for public housing and join the ballooning wait list. But the grandmother and pensioner says that's just not needed.
The taxpayers don't have to pay for my housing, and if Jackie would like to have people around her, then I'm very happy to be here.
Breaks my heart to that they could be evicted and moved on somewhere else.
Helen Andrew owns land not far away. She helped out someone in need during the pandemic, but the same council booted the woman out.
The system is not catching up with the way people are choosing to live. Our current economic environment has changed dramatically, and people are responding to that by buying smaller homes.
Everyone here is happy to work with council to keep their homes. Helen's now started a petition.
This is a community-driven solution, no cost to the taxpayer. We've got landowners who want to offer the land.
In a statement, the Sunshine Coast Council says,
in May 2023, a petition was tabled at a council meeting requesting council to stop the increasing number of living quarters being erected on the property. Council has always sought to work with the property owner to manage through these matters.
Their attitude has been very heavy-handed.
what would you say to the council if they're listening?
I am going to make a stand. And the girls are standing with me. We're doing this together.
I would say let us stay. Yeah, secure our homes and let us stay.
I don't know what they intend to do with us or threaten us with, but yeah, we're staying.
The council says it will work with Jacqueline to give her tenants time and support them to find alternative accommodation, but it will not let them stay.